I'm all right. And just take your time like shade, this and that.
These words being wrote is how I cope with being broke. I'm so broken. I wish I was joking. If I could possibly really fix something, anything once entirely, that would honestly highly enlighten me completely. And of course I got a galore of broken shit that needs fixed, but clearly nothing ever gets fixed, but instead just gets forgotten. I truly notice the fact my life definitely needs fixing, but it seems I never succeed through anything. Maybe I just lack all abilities. I've awakened to notice Disney movie Finding Nemo became actual reality. To this no life I'm living, but the existence I've been experiencing. I don't know if it's apparent, but since the casualties I've had, losing both of my parents, mom getting life in prison, and dad that passed away from addiction, I no longer have a place. I notice more with each day that passes by. It was the question why that made me cry, then try, but only to die. But look, I survived, but through a path of the dark side of my sights I found, not through my eyes but my mind's. Through all that darkness there was a light within, and that inner light for sure has enlightened me to levels of consciousness that majority of humanity now considers me delusional. But in all reality, the places and faces I've encountered were not illusions at all, but rather factual truths. Truth exposed what humanity see and believes are the real actual illusions. We all have been programmed since birth. You are part of a simulation similar to the Matrix. Unplugged from the agents is all I'm saying. I went from being an atheist to believing in the higher power, and I found that in myself. Trust me, if you've been a reject and neglected, not ever accepted like me, then I know we'll never find it in anyone else. So now I actually believe. I just hope you and everyone else wakes up eventually, sooner the better. But it's whatever, I still remain the same, and probably never again leave this amazing maze of a brain. Here is where I stay with my acted imaginations. Now me and my imaginary have become one. What was once my spiritual became who you see today. The one you knew is no longer with us, but that don't matter. I'm here to say we all the same, just gotta play the brain game. And who noticed that is a factual truth. Your answers that truly matter in our DNA. Now that I know it all, I'm all alone. I'm the one like Neo in the Matrix. Kinda sucks, cause there's only a few of us. It seems to be we a believer, make believe, cause this shit here ain't really what it seems. It's something they made up for everyone to follow and believe. Once you come more entwined with yourself, then you can to ascend to our realm. But till then, just know through more and more aloneness, I become more and more conscious to this awareness. Instead of trying to find ways to lessen my stress by secluding myself from worldly constructives, this only makes me become more in tune to the frequency of how loud silence is and how visual the darkness can be. This is why I've become just nothing, less than done. I'm having too much fun within myself. Unless you and everyone else can wake up and become no one like me, that's the thing no more. Who's right, who got left, who up and who's down? When we see we are the same, then true pain will no longer be at play. I feel too much, maybe that's why I'm too in touch. I found true love and now I'm devoted to these emotions. Emojis are my only homies till you're with me. We and us and not them, and then we'll soon start to relate to all these words I say. I no longer pray and not get heard, but pray on all of their religious words. Religion is what you need to wake up from. It's the reality of being in a matrix. I'm now guided through my spirit. No longer do I live in a simulation. I just wanna wake up our population to a new evolution. It's crazy to me that my whole society can't see that they're slaves. Slavery never ended. For instance, slaves used to work for food and home. Notice you're still a slave at labor, not in a 5 to afford what exactly? Food and home. Well, back to how I survived. This is not who you remember or knew, but it's spiritual. Can't you see? By far I'm more smart. I am what you can soon be too. It's called being you. I killed who I thought I was to become me. Now you can too. Kill your ego. That's as simple as it goes. Just let go and start to grow. I've been growing alone at the moment, and notice me trying to right my wrongs made me lose it all by going left and meeting death. When that happened to me, myself and I have revived to a new life. Now I sit and write these new sights through what you can say are birds. I no longer brainwash, but rewire to higher levels that they and them can't reach. I'm in the lead, I teach, follow me. Soon I'll achieve and ascend and bend the simulation. It all starts with imagination, just start your creation.